All right, welcome to Talking Investing. I'm Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. I want to go through two huge pieces of breaking news, one yesterday and one today. One of these stories directly relates to a publicly traded company in the US, which is Coinbase. The other one relates to Binance. I want to go through both of those stories. So let me go into what happened and the market's knee-jerk massive reaction to it, and then I'm going to tell you what I think is coming next. So obviously this is only my opinion. It's not financial advice. I don't know the future, but I'm going to tell you what I think because I think we've seen this movie before. Okay, this happened yesterday. Now, when this happened, Bitcoin took a big hit. Coinbase took a big hit. A lot of the cryptocurrencies went down. This has to do with the SEC suing Binance. Okay, SEC sues Binance. What it means for Bitcoin and Coinbase. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission charged cryptocurrency exchange Binance and its founder, CZ, with a range of security violations on Monday. Okay, you'll see it says Bitcoin's down more than 5%. Coinbase Global stock ticker Coin is down more than 12%. These were yesterday. Now, today Coinbase is having an even worse day, and we'll get to that in a minute. The SEC's action is a landmark move by regulators against one of the most important players in digital assets. Binance is by far the world's largest crypto exchange, and Z, known as CZ, is arguably the industry's single most influential individual, playing a key role in the collapse of rival FTX last year. Now, as that happened, I felt that that was an artificial move to the downside. It was not going to last, and what happened after that was, after 2 months of sideways activity, Bitcoin ran up over 100% in the following couple of months. So we're seeing a knee-jerk reaction to this. I don't think we're going to relive all of that. I think investors are a little wiser. First of all, that was a full-blown collapse of an exchange. This is just the SEC continuing to come after Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and cryptocurrency exchanges in specific. SEC Chairman Gary Gensler said in a statement, "Through 13 charges, we allege that Z and Binance entities engaged in an extensive web of deception, conflicts of interest, lack of disclosure, and calculated evasion of the law." Okay, so I've highlighted this next sentence. The agency also claims that Binance exercises control of assets held on its platform, quote, permitting them to commingle customer assets or divert customer assets as they please, including to an entity Z owned. And this has been concealed. Okay, so this is what FTX was doing. You know, in the case of FTX, it was an agency that was owned by Sam Bankman-Fried. In this case, they're saying there's another entity owned by CZ. So again, at this point, these are all allegations. So this was big news, and Bitcoin took a big hit yesterday on this news. So this news was followed up this morning with this news. SEC sues Coinbase, alleges it is an unregistered broker-dealer. Okay, they've been signaling that they were going to sue Coinbase for some time now. Coinbase is already deep into creating its defense for this, but today was the day they officially brought allegations against Coinbase. Okay, the Securities and Exchange Commission on Tuesday sued Coinbase, alleging the U.S. largest crypto platform violated rules that require it to register as an exchange and be overseen by the federal agency. The SEC filed the lawsuit in Manhattan federal court. The case is the second in 2 days. Okay, so we just talked about the other one. The SEC alleged that Coinbase trades at least 13 crypto assets that are securities. Now, this is another critical piece of the puzzle. They have labeled 13 cryptocurrencies as securities. So this is in the SEC's opinion. So among them, there are 3 very high-profile names. They are Solana, Cardano, and Polygon. So these are 3 top 10 coins. Okay, so this leads me to this article in Bloomberg today. SEC's regulatory net now covers $115 billion of crypto after lawsuit against Binance and, of course, also against Coinbase. So I want to go through that. These are the top 10 cryptocurrencies. 2 of these are stable coins. So that leaves really 8 cryptocurrencies. So of the top 8 cryptocurrencies, you're going to see they just named Cardano, Solana, and Polygon, all in the SEC's opinion, saying those are securities. In addition to that, they sued Binance. This BNB coin is Binance's coin. That's the number 4 coin overall. So That's a fourth coin out of the top 8. And then they have a very long-standing lawsuit in progress against XRP. So that's 5 of the top 8 cryptocurrencies that the SEC is currently in litigation with and is claiming that they are securities. So notably, there are 2 that remain untouched here. The 2 largest cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and Ethereum, have not been mentioned in any of this. And I will say there is a difference between the 2, in my opinion. Bitcoin, the SEC has long since given up on. They're not even arguing that it's a security. So Ethereum is still a little bit more up in the air, particularly since they have switched from proof of work to proof of stake. However, at this point, neither Bitcoin nor Ethereum have been mentioned in any of these lawsuits. So to me, that's why I think, particularly with Bitcoin, I feel like this is a big overreaction, because even if all of this is true, and even if all of these things unfold, obviously there'll be short-term pain, potentially big pain for the cryptocurrency world, but I really don't see their effect on Bitcoin other than probably to have a positive effect, because if some of these other cryptocurrencies are going to struggle and be involved in litigation or have the SEC deem them as securities, then to me, Bitcoin is going to be the flight to safety out of those cryptocurrencies. So obviously that's my speculation. I don't know that to be the case. That seems to be what has happened in the past, but there's no telling how people will react in the future. Okay, so if we take a look at Coinbase, this is publicly traded on the NASDAQ. You're gonna see it's down 15% today. It was down 8 or 9% yesterday. This was down as much as 20% earlier in the day today, and even more than that in pre-market trading. So I think this is rallying back a little bit. I do expect that it's gonna have a down day. Obviously, this was not good news for them today, but I'm looking at this as a potential buying opportunity, so I'll let you guys know I haven't bought any of this yet. I'm going to see if the pullback continues, but I don't think much has changed other than the SEC has now made official what it has made perfectly clear it was going to do for quite some time now, which was to sue Coinbase and try basically to get them to have to comply with the SEC. Now, to Coinbase and Binance's defense, they have long said they would love to be in compliance with the SEC, but the SEC really hasn't specifically said exactly what they want them to do. So that's kind of both sides of the argument at a very top level. More of this will unfold in the weeks and months ahead. Hopefully this is not like an XRP situation. We are now multiple years into this lawsuit. So if we just take a look at what effect this is having on a lot of these cryptocurrencies, BNB, which is Binance's native token, they're down 7% in the last 24 hours. The other 3 that were specifically named that were top 10 tokens were Cardano, and they are down 6.6% in the last 24 hours. Solana, which is down 7.5%, and Polygon, which is down 8.7%. So you can see this is having an impact on all of these here in the short term. If we do have big moves to the downside, I'm going to view this very similarly to FTX. It's a negative situation that's happening in the cryptocurrency world. It's a short-term situation, and we can see even with the total collapse and disappearance of FTX, Bitcoin ultimately, after about a 2-month consolidation period, doubled after that. So I do think that these do represent buying opportunities. I know there's an awful lot of this going on, and it creates uncertainty, it creates fear, it creates doubt. Particularly from my perspective, Bitcoin has remained very strong through all of this. I'm just going to quickly take a look at the Bitcoin chart. This is on the 15-minute time frame, and I just want to show you, even as I've been making this video, just in the last hour here, Bitcoin has kind of bottomed out. Now, I don't know that it's bottomed out permanently. We've got a lot of time left to see which way this goes, but that's the lowest that it's been in several months. You can see yesterday it got very close to that. So this is kind of once, twice, 3 times now that it's got down here. But from this point, which was just less than an hour ago, you can see we've had a bunch of green candles. So again, these are 15-minute candles. This is really zooming in, so it's too soon to tell what's going to happen here. More importantly, if I look at the 1-day time frame, I just want to look at one specific indicator. This is the 200-week simple moving average. Bitcoin jumped back above this back in March 17th. The candle wicked here on May 12th, but held. The candle wicked below again in late May on the 24th and the 25th, but all of these daily candles closed above this. Yesterday, on the news of Binance, we did have a big move to the downside below the 200-week simple moving average for the first time since March. Please be very careful trading all of these assets that we just talked about, particularly, Bitcoin is extremely volatile. All the cryptocurrencies are very volatile. So just my opinion, I do think this is a knee-jerk reaction. I think we will recover from this, but there's some lines of support that we have not hit yet, so I won't be surprised if we go a little bit lower before we go back up. If so, I'm going to view that as a buying opportunity. If not, maybe we rally right back up from this. We'll see what happens. But, these are two big moves by the SEC 2 days in a row, essentially against the two largest exchanges, one of which is publicly traded on the NASDAQ, which is Coinbase. So this story is just at its very beginning. We're going to see where this goes. This could linger for months. In the case of XRP, it has lingered for years. So let's hope that we don't run into that scenario. We're looking for some clarity from the SEC. We're looking for some regulations that tell these companies what they need to do. So I've long talked about on this channel that I think the first two giant regulations we're going to get are with stable coins and crypto exchanges. So here you see them making a move at the crypto exchanges. More to follow. I will keep up to date on this if new developments occur. So thanks so much for watching. That's what I got for now on Binance, Coinbase, and the SEC. So please remember to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you in the next one.